Hi, and welcome to Re-Emerging Spirit Life Warriors. My name is Rudy, and we're here once again to talk about 10 home office hacks that'll get you organized right now. Thank you for joining me for today's video. And we are talking all things home office and organization. So I hope you enjoy what's up next. So we all know that the home office, especially in the last couple of years, has become a way bigger part of many people's lives. Some people chose to relocate and work from home. Many were forced to relocate and work from home due to the crazy circumstances that we've been living under for the last 2 years. And it was just this shift. There were a small handful of people that were already embracing the work from home office lifestyle, but so many more people were thrown into it over the last 2 years. So it's been this neat new adventure for many of us to try and wrap our heads around. I personally am one of those people that I had been working part-time from home anyway. I've been doing that for over a decade, but I still had a traditional out-of-the-home job as well, where I go and work on location. But in the last 2 years, like many of you, I've spent a ton more time just working from home out of the home office. So I thought it would be interesting for us to dive in and talk about organizing the home office to make it work best and function for you. And one of the first things that we're going to talk about is purging paper. I still have quite a few books and binders and stuff around, but nowhere near like I used to. We all have these neat things called smartphones and tablets that have amazing calendars and appointment things that'll even send a reminder an hour before to remind you have an appointment. So this is a really great time to just go through all those papers and get rid of a lot of them. For one, it's just going to help your sanity by not having so much paper around. But two, we discussed home safety earlier this month, and having a lot of paper around the house, loose papers, random papers, you're just asking to help create more of a nightmare if, heaven forbid, you had something catastrophic happen like a home fire. So you really want to pare down and purge a lot of the paper you have in your home office because it's not necessary these days. And they are so easy to let them pile up. And you know what I mean. So just that bill or that letter you're going to get to later and you throw it off to the side. And the next thing you know, you got a stack of papers like this on your desk. Get rid of them. You can choose to have most of your bills nowadays sent electronically, your invoice or your receipts, so you don't need to keep the physical ones. If you're working from home and you obviously have home office expenses that you need to track and claim for your taxes, get a online program that tracks and stores all that stuff like QuickBooks or FreshBooks, and there's many of them out there. You choose the one that suits you and your budget best, but it just helps clear up a lot of the paper so you don't need to have it in your office. And anything else, just toss it or shred it. And then you can take action from there once it's smaller. Number 2, color code your filing system. I know it kind of sounds, all pretty and frou-frou, but trust me, when you're quickly and in a hurry looking for something, it is so super handy to have your stuff color coded. Like anything in my filing cabinet that has to do with my oldest son, Liam, is in blue. Anything that has to do with my other son, Tyson, is in green. Anything that is for my contracting company is usually in purple. Anything for my side gigs is usually in a color associated to that company. That way, when I'm flipping through and I know I need to, find Liam's transcript from high school or something, I know that I'm only looking in blue folders for his stuff, because it just makes it that much quicker and simpler. Now, I color code by the person and the job in this house. You can just color code by topic. Green, financial, makes sense, right? Anything medical in a red file folder. Anything personal, maybe that's just your own personal papers, in orange. Insurance, maybe yellow, because yellow sticks out, and when you need to get to your insurance papers quickly, you want to be able to find them quickly. And maybe just blue for your household. So you need to decide your color combinations on whatever's going to work best for you, but it really does help just get to the information quicker when you do need to find it. Number 3, create a mail station. I know when we were just talked about number 1, purging a lot of paper, a lot of your bills and stuff you can choose to get online and paperless nowadays, but you're still going to get some papers from some places. So you're going to want to create a proper station for that stuff. So store a little mail station where all your mail goes. That way you can have that kind of in and out file folder, and you know what's coming in and what's going out. Next, don't be shy, crafty people. Use a label maker. It is so quick and simple to get yourself a decent little label maker and create labels for all your different files, folders, binders, anything that you need to be able to find quickly. And that could be labeling your files, labeling the drawers to where the files are, boxes for when you're going to store stuff for later, because we got to save all that tax paperwork for 7 years, right? Label the boxes. This was 2021. This was 2020, 2019. It just makes it so super easy to find later when you need to. And it will really just help save your sanity. Trust me. Next, categorize everything. We've kind of touched on a lot of that already. Categorizing your files by color coding them. Categorizing where you're storing stuff by putting labels on everything. And then you're just going to want to continue that theme throughout your office so that you can focus on where stuff is when it's coming in and out of the home office. So you've got your little mail station. That's one category. You may have pens and pencils and staples and paper clips over here. So that would be another category. I have a printer area just over here beside me. So I have my printer. There's a little cupboard right under the printer where I keep, a spare printer ink cartridge for when that one's empty. My printer paper goes under there, but anything printer related is in the little cabinet underneath the printer. So make sure you're categorizing the areas in your home office so that they work for you like that. And as I just kind of mentioned, it was showing you, create a proper printing station. You want to have that designated space, not only for the printer itself, but to have all your printer supplies right near it so that you're not looking for everything later. And if you're like me and you have a wireless printer, it doesn't have to go on your desk. I have it on a little cupboard here near my desk, but it's not taking up space on my desk because it is wireless and I can print from any of my devices anywhere in the house, and I love that. Next, store in containers. You get a lot of small little things all over the office. We were talking about this the other day, but things like these that, you have 2 or 3 of them because you have a couple spares. You have the cords. You have small things like glue sticks. Sorry, I'm pushing you all over the place. Things like that. You've got your paper clips and all that. So get little containers that actually house all these things. So you can have a container like this for, paper clips. These are push pins for my cork boards. I have a cute little apple here, and inside here are like USB sticks and stuff. So they're in my little apple. But having cute but compact little containers to keep all your small stuff in really helps keep your home office organized. Next, you can organize your books. You could use what the organizing team, the girls in the States, I forget their names now, but when they put books across a bookshelf, they color code them in the rainbow. So kind of from red over to purple. You can put them by genre. If you self-help, mindset, business, pleasure reading, romance, mystery, whatever works for you, but just have a system of being able to categorize and organize your books across your bookshelf. That way, you can organize them by color, by size, by preference, and then that way they're organized and they're going to be exactly where you want them to be when you need to find your book quickly. Number 2, even in your home office, it's kind of doing that dual job. It's partly for your business, but you're partly going to handle some of your home business in there too. Paying your bills, filing your taxes, putting away the vet's papers from your pet's last checkup. So you're going to want to create a couple of life binders in your house. And what you're putting in your home binder to keep in your home office would be organizing all that really important stuff that you would need to grab and go with you in case of an emergency. So again, we don't like to talk about gloom and doom, but if anything ever happened, like a forest fire or a flood coming and you had to be evacuated, this is the essential, most important stuff that you're going to need to grab and go with you. So medical papers. So here's some of the top categories you would want to have in your home binder. Medical, your pets, your auto, any specific manuals that you really do need to keep for things, like maybe for your car. Anything important related to your house, like pest control, information about your security system, contact numbers, and then anything personal that doesn't fit into one of those other categories I already mentioned. Then you're really going to want to learn to utilize your wall space. Have shelves and bookcases that go all the way up. I'm getting new ones, so don't necessarily go by mine. But also use the rest of your wall space. Like if you want to come over here, I have all my information boards up on that wall. I have my cork board up on that wall. Use all your space. That way you're going to make the most out of the space that you have in your home office. And then after that, you are going to want to just make your space your own. You're probably going to be spending a lot of time in your home office space. So why not paint it and decorate it with things you love? Paint the walls your favorite color. Buy yourself a really pretty, comfy office chair. Put up your little collections and your funky knickknacks in your home office. Just because it's an office does not mean it needs to be all drab and dreary and depressing looking. and stark like a cubicle at the office. It is your home office. Make it homey, make it personal, make it all about you. So I hope you've enjoyed my 10 home office organizing tips, and we will see you soon again with more wonderful life tips for life warriors like you. And as I always say, reemerge and rise, because warriors do it better. Till next time, we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.